Hello, welcome to another episode of Camposoñl Through Time. This week we're talking about some of the archaeological sites in this area and some right here on Camposoñl. So leading the way with me today in the studio is our very own historian and time traveller, Antonio Hernandez Benitez. Antonio,
hello.
We're back, this time archaeology.
Yes.
Now, I've always thought of archaeology as being these big ruins in Rome and all sorts of pyramids and things like this. But there's a lot that's actually under our feet we don't know about or might not recognise, and there's some right here on Camposoñl, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not all the remains or ruins from the past are big temples and big buildings. Yeah, actually, majority, the same as nowadays, majority of the buildings are normal houses. Some majority of the other ruins, they are actually houses.
I think whenever I see an archaeological site or you go somewhere where it's been it's empty, no one lives there anymore, and it's crumbling a bit, you always get an insight, a little insight into what it would have been like to live there at that time. Because there's quite a lot of archaeological sites around Camposoñl, like old farms and things.
Exactly.
And the farms themselves, they've been abandoned a long time ago.
Well, yeah, basically all this started on the second half of the 20th century, during the Franco times, is where Spain is going to suffer something that we call it the rural exodus, which majority of people who are living on the countryside, they will leave the countryside looking for better living conditions, better jobs and better services to the cities. Okay, so that's why majority of the houses are abandoned nowadays.
And some of them go back sort of a couple of hundred years, don't they? Some of these ruins back into sort of like 19th century.
Or even before. I mean, think about majority of farms. They used to live. They used to pass the house through generations. So some houses you can even trace that they were actually probably 300, 400, 500 years old. Okay. For instance, the house of we still have part of the house of my family, the first house. We are talking about 300 years ago. Okay, so it's something like they can be even older, some of them.
Yeah, there's some more obvious signs of old buildings, and that's in the windmills, and I love the windmills. I've been walked up to a couple of them when I've found them and had a look around and things. What sort of period were the windmills built?
Well, majority of them around Camposoñl, they were built in the early 20th century and the end of the 19th century. Some of them, as well, they were built on top of something which used to be before, okay, using like some kind of even like more older windmills with different technology.
Right.
So majority of the times they destroy somehow the old ones to rebuild it with a new technology, more efficient.
So this goes back to medieval times, sort of thing.
Some of them they can be even medieval times.
Okay, on Camposoñl itself. We're going back in time now. We're going back through the medieval times, and the next sort of obvious period of archaeology would be Roman times.
Yes.
So, is there anywhere where I can go along, have a look, and see something which is a part of a Roman building or Roman thing? There is.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's talk about that.
For instance, next to the church in El Saladillo, and very next to between the motorway and the old road, actually in the Rambla, you can see a part of the Roman road. Okay.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Okay. So, can anybody go up and have a look at this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like 20 meters walk from the church to the Roman road. I mean, everyone can go there and have a look.
And that's the actual. Is that the bedrock or the stones or?
It's actually bedrock. Where the Romans they use actually the natural rock. Okay, and you can see like the traces of the carts actually that they left on the road, and there are actually many there.
Because I've seen it on Roman roads elsewhere where the tracks of the carts actually were all roughly the same, because then they would sit in the groove, a bit like a train on a track,
yes.
But they would sit in the groove, and just because they were there, it'd wear it down more, and then you'd have these standard size.
Actually, this is what you can see in El Saladillo, and you can see many. You can see over like 20. So this means like it used to be very, very popular, this road. This Roman road, it used to be very important in the Roman roads during the Roman times. So it means like hundreds of people, they used to pass through Camposoñl, okay, in those days.
So do we know where the track of the actual road goes after El Salia, away from Matharon towards Camposoñl? Does it go through A sector or B sector, do we know?
A sector.
It goes through A sector?
Yes, it used to go through A sector, and it used to go to La Pinilla,
Oh, yeah.
actually,
Okay.
using part of the nowadays national road, or the road. It's actually, majority of the old roads in Spain, they were built on top of the Roman roads.
So when I drive home to La Pinilla, part of that road
It's a Roman road,
is a Roman road.
exactly.
There is a bit of a straight bit, and I'm thinking, could that be the
Well,
part of the Roman
it
road,
could be,
which
yes.
points directly to the
It could
centre
be,
of
it could
La
be.
Pinilla?
Exactly.
Okay, I'll have to get my metal detector out. Actually, how do we stand with things like metal detectors with archaeological sites? So
This
is it
something
legal or is it?
No, it's very illegal.
It's very illegal.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you can even go to jail for that.
Okay.
So I'm not recommending to people to look with metal detectors.
Okay.
Okay. Just to avoid problems.
No, no.
Basically.
Yeah.
But majority of the artifacts that they will find actually they are not made of metal. Actually, it will be made of pottery or made of stone or made of different materials.
Yeah.
This is probably 80% of what you can find in an archaeological excavation.
Okay, so is there any other sort of sites on, because Camposoñl's quite a big area, it goes all the way back to D
Exactly.
and up to the top of A, so you've got like 3 kilometres or something, if not a
Or
bit
probably more,
Probably
yes.
more. Are there any other sites within Camposoñl that people can see where there was evidence left of dwellings or anything?
Inside Camposoñl, actually, in all the sectors, you can find like the different stones, okay, which are like 1 meter high, okay, which is actually stones that the Romans they used to use to mark the Roman road. Okay, the farmers during centuries they used to take, and the hunters as well, they used to take those stones from the Roman road to mark actually the fields or to mark the hunting areas. You can see actually the sign of the hunting areas in a Roman, next to a Roman stone, okay?
So they've been recycled?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, upcycled.
I found those stones all around Camposoñl, D sector, C, B, A.
Okay. What do they look like? I mean, how big are they?
I mean, they can be like a chair high, okay, and they are brown stones, okay. Obviously, they used to be square, but after 2,000 years, obviously, there is an erosion on the road.
Of course.
You cannot see anything writing on the stone.
It's all eroded away. But would it have had like milestone? Was it a milestone
Probably.
as such? So it would have shown how many miles it would have been
Exactly.
to. Yeah.
Basically, they used to use it to know how many stadiums or how many kilometers they have to walk
Yeah.
per day. No? Like, think about the Romans. The Roman army they used to make like 30 stones a day. We are talking about over 30 kilometers a day that they used to walk. So they used to know the distances all around Spain or England or Germany, and they used to calculate how long it's going to take for them to get the troops from one place to another. The same with trading. Exactly
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
They used to know like how long it's going to take to get the silver from the mines of Matharon to Barcelona, for instance. Okay.
Yeah, that's a long way with a horse and cart.
Oh yes.
But they
used to, I
have
mean,
they have the infrastructure
Oh, yeah.
as part of that, even back then.
So Camposoñl is actually over that, over the infrastructure of the Romans. Actually, not far from Camposoñl, there is a place which is being excavated by Murcia University, which is a place where it used to be something like they call it in Latin. It's called mansio, which is like a hotel and restaurant and trading point, okay, next to the Roman road. And it's quite big, actually. And
Is there much left there to see?
basically walls. You can see
Yeah,
the
bottom-
walls.
the low walls.
Yes, the low walls. You can see the tracks of the Roman road, actually, as well. And you can see even like something that they call it the cart. It's something like they used to as well. They used to use it to make stones over there. Okay, it used to be some kind of a place where similar to a mine when they used to make stones for building. And there is a place where actually you can see the load of a cart, actually next to the Roman road. Probably, I don't know, probably 1,000 years ago, like a cart have an accident, and all the stones are there, piling there.
And they just left them there
Yes.
for us to see now. Whereabouts is this?
Well, it's not far from A sector, actually, from like 5 kilometers away from A sector maximum. You can even go walking if you know exactly the area.
It's between A sector what and on the La Pinilla Road?
On the Green Line, on the
green
old
line.
road, on the old motorway. Oh, sorry, on the old railroad. It's
Yeah.
actually near that.
Oh, okay. So because the Via Verde, the old train line, goes along up and through the hill. Does that
Exactly.
marry up with the Roman road at times, or does that cut across it?
Well, basically next to the hills, actually. Okay, it was actually a good location for defending as well, and they have water supplies in these days. And as I say, it's quite big. Okay, so quite a lot of people, they used to stay 1 night or 2 nights for resting, as well trading. They used to do trading over there, like exchanging goods, from Mazarrón to people who used to live inland. It used to be quite normal to have those kind of training areas where someone who is coming from inland, they don't have to go to the port to get, for instance, salt. You can buy it some place near,
Yeah, there's a lot of history around us, and as I said earlier, it's not all pyramids and colosseums. It's just that little contact with the past, and we're talking 2,000 years ago. But it does go further than that back, doesn't it?
Well, actually, yes. I mean, there are evidences of different areas, and for instance, on Camposoñl, when I was in studying in the university in Murcia, the Massa was building around here because it was like the builder of Camposoñl and so on, and there was some kind of protecting area on Camposoñl where they were not allowed to build because they were thinking that there must be some kind of Phoenician site. Okay, probably
Phoenician. So the Phoenicians, I believe, came from the sort of Middle East across Africa and then up through Spain part of the way.
Exactly.
So Spain was sort of the end of their territory, but this was going back, what, 800-900 years BC?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Think about it was not something important. It was not a city or anything like that. Probably just a trading post somehow, a trading house. There used to be some kind of place where near the same as the Romans, they used to have a place next to the road. Then when the Romans they arrived here, majority of those roads they were already built. Okay.
Right. Okay. So the infrastructure was already there, but not to the quality of the Romans.
No, obviously no.
So
not the quality of the Romans, but they were already like trading areas and so on, and so for sure like they will be looking for some kind of things that they were exchanging or buying from people inland in Spain.
And I've noticed as well, going even further back, this isn't actually on Camposoñl, but it's about a 5-minute drive down towards Mazarrón. If you're going towards Bolnaeva,
Oh yes.
on the top of a hill there, you've got the Bronze Age site, which goes back in another few hundred years.
Yeah.
But that's actually been redeveloped a little bit in the way that you can now see.
You can see how it looked like, obviously. I mean, there is another place in Bahia Beach. Actually, there is like a small island when you can see there's some stairs to go up to the hill.
There, yeah.
There is actually over there a place where it's been excavated as well. And obviously, when you look, you just see like stones. You see just stones, okay, which are actually the remains of the old houses. It's actually as well from the Bronze Age. Bronze Age, like there used to be different sites all around Camposoñl.
So it's been
all around Mazarrón, sorry.
Yeah, it's been a popular place to live.
Well, yes.
Not just to come on holiday.
No.
Or to move to for the weather. All very different reasons in the past as well. It's fascinating to see that timeline though, that where we are here has, people have been here and living here, doing their thing here for thousands of years.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And to have that connection with that, I find fascinating.
Oh, yeah. For instance, like I have a friend who is living actually in La Pinilla, and every time that he wanted to do a reform at home, he had to call the university. Because in his house, actually, they found Roman remains, medieval remains, and different other sites. Like, for instance, one day he was telling me, like, there was some kind of crack in the wall, and they have to repaint in the wall, and they wanted to repair the wall. And they started to repair the wall, and they discovered some kind of painting behind. And it was some kind of medieval painting. Okay, so the house is actually, he can live in the house, obviously.
Is it a listed building? Like in the UK, we've got listed buildings where you can't do anything to them because they're of integral value.
Actually, no far from Camposoñl, actually. You can find all those type of things. Obviously, because through generations, they've been living in the same place, as you say, during thousands of years, sometimes.
And this is why we have you back every week, because we learn so much. Thanks so much, Antonio. Cheers. Hopefully you've learned something as well. I certainly have, and I might have a wander around the campo and see what I can find. Thanks very much for watching today. Don't forget, all of our previous episodes are on YouTube channel. All you do is go into that, have a look round. You'll find on the playlists Camposoñl Through Time. You'll also find other shows, the golf shows and the beauty shows, etc. Go down that list, pick an episode, have a watch of that if you haven't seen it already here on Camposoñl TV. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll be here the same time next week with more Camposoñl Through Time here on Camposoñl TV. Take it easy. Bye-bye for now. Thanks, Antonio.